Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggaeboyz Commentary.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Reggaeboyz Commentary. I'm Simon Preston. So let's delve right into the matter of Shamar, Boza, Nicholson. It's a new day. It's Tuesday, August 16, 2022. And the sun is shining in Jamaica. Hopefully that is, for you all, every reason that you need to go out there and accomplish what you need to do, and your dreams, your goals, your aspirations are able to be accomplished as a result of that. Go out there, conquer the day. You are in control of that. So go out there and do your utmost best. So let's talk a little bit about Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson. So for the past couple of days, there has been some reports in relation to Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson and a potential move to Galatasaray, which is in the Turkish Super League. Now, let's go back just a little bit as it relates to the Turkish Super League and look at the Jamaicans who have played in the Turkish Super League. Firstly, we're going to look at Luton Shelton. Luton Shelton played in the Turkish Super League for Karabükspor from 2011 to 2013. He scored 10 goals in 47 appearances in the league for this club. To this day, fans still sing his name because of his pace and power that he was able to exemplify on the field of play. So as it relates to Luton Shelton, he was somebody that was heavily looked up to. Another player that spent some time in Turkey and is still spending some time in Turkey is Deva Orgil. Yes, 32-year-old Deva Orgil. He started out at Ankara from 2019 to 2020. That's 11 goals in 43 appearances. Then he went on to Antalyaspor, where he played mostly on the wider areas and scored a goal in 32 appearances. That was the same club like Lukas Podolski. And right now he's playing for Manisa right now in Turkey. Manisa is a team located in the TFF First League. So what that is equivalent to the second tier of Turkish football. So Manisa right now, as we speak, they're in the second tier of Turkish football. And as it relates to the league, they need to finish in the top two in order to be promoted automatically to next season. And third, of course, has a chance for promotion to the league. And, that league will kick off quite shortly. Now, Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson. This is the situation we have right now. Javon plays. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Jay King, bless up. Let's get into the facts and then we break down the opinion. I hope you guys don't mind that. Let's look at the facts first and then we'll go into the opinions as it relates to what you guys have been saying in the comments about whether you want Shamar or don't want Shamar to make a move or to stay. So we'll look at that quite shortly. All right, so we will definitely process that quite shortly. Okay, right. So let's delve back. Let's start in early 2022 when Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson signed for Spartak Moscow. It was a 4.5-year contract. So what does that mean? It means simply that he has a deal until 2026 with Spartak Moscow, a deal until 2026. So at the end of this season, he'll still have another 3 years left on this deal. He's getting paid good wages, and he was courted as a project built for him for the future, as an individual that they admired so much during his time at Charleroi and saw him score plenty of goals during his time at Charleroi. And they're incredibly impressed by the way he garnered, especially in the 2021-2022 season, with 13 goals in 18 appearances at the time. And they're commending his performances in the national team as well, where he scored 7 goals in 12 appearances in 2019 alone. He scored against the United States twice, scored against Curacao, scored against Antigua and Aruba in the Nations League. And 2021, as we know, he scored against Suriname in the Gold Cup and against Mexico and Costa Rica in World Cup qualifying. Now, during his time at Spartak Moscow, as it relates to this season, he scored 8 goals in 16 appearances in all competitions. That's a goal every other game. A goal every other game. 5 goals in 12 in the league and 3 goals in 4 games in the cup competition. And of course, part of that Spartak Moscow team that won the Russian Cup as they defeated Dynamo Moscow in the final. That was back in May. They won that game by 2-1. So it was great to see Shamar Nicholson lift up a piece of silverware there. He played the second half of that game and came on when the score was 1-1. And of course, the match ended 2-1 in favor of Spartak Moscow, a club that Robert Scarlett played for back in 2001, 2002. Was a part of their squad for the Champions League, but just didn't take the field where that was concerned. So yeah, that's the situation there. So yeah. So why has Galatasaray come into the picture? All right. So this is how, and we could say why Galatasaray has come into the picture. Okay. So from the Russian Cup games, there has been fireworks about Shamar Nicholson. And those fireworks landed to the desk of Dursun Özbek. And that is the president of Galatasaray. Now, Dursun Özbek wants that hot, young striker. And he has made it clear towards his manager and the current manager of Galatasaray, Okan Buruk, to look for that such man. And that individual that they identified, that they like, that gives their team a different dimension, is Shamar Boza Nicholson. Galatasaray finished 13th in the Super League last season. The president said to the coach, listen, we're the most successful team in all of Turkey. We've won 22 titles. It is an absolute embarrassment for us to finish 13th in the Turkish Super League. We need to get back to going to the Champions League. Right now, Galatasaray, 10th in the league after 2 games. If they win the league, they qualify for the first round of the qualifying for the Champions League, and second and third gets them into the Europa Conference League. That is the way that it stands right now. So they're desperate, not only for European football, but for silverware as well. What is the word from the Spartak Moscow camp? So there was a change in management quite recently. Paolo is no longer the head coach of Spartak Moscow. The manager right now is Gil Abascal from Spain. He just came in, he's getting to know the players, but the reality is that he doesn't want Shamar Nicholson to go. And the president of the club, the president of Spartak Moscow, Leonid Fudim, who is the second largest shareholder of Spartak Moscow and maybe the 8th or 7th richest man in all of Russia, doesn't want Shamar Nicholson to go either, at all. So that's the latest situation. There are discussions. There are discussions on the table, but a formal bid has not been rejected. But there has been conversations, discussions, but Spartak Moscow are not willing to let go of their man. They're not willing to do that. It would take serious cash for Shamar Nicholson to leave, in my opinion. Shamar Nicholson is speaking with Kevin Cohen, his agent, on a regular basis. Kevin Cohen is a brilliant agent, and they'll be working out. Well, not necessarily working out, but giving moral support to Shamar, encouragement, and guiding him through this time so that he can continue focusing on his football, and so that the business side of things, or what happened in his behind the scenes, is not of concern to him, or is not something that he should be worried or bothered about. So that is something that is going on right now as we speak. So as it stands, Shamar Nicholson is a Spartak Moscow player. Could that change at the end of the transfer window? Possibly. However, Spartak Moscow are keen to keep their man at least until the end of this season. I'm interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below as it relates to your thoughts about this. Do you think that this is a move that Shamar Nicholson should think about, or should he stay in Russia right now? I'll give my thoughts after I browse some of the comments that you guys have and questions that you guys have raised, and I'll go all the way up top to see what you guys are saying. All right, let's see what you guys are saying up top. Jermon Play says, I want Shamar to leave Russia as soon as possible. Makes no sense he stays there without any European football. It's a good point, and I can understand your reason for saying that 100%. Just winning the Russian Premier League and winning the cup is not enough. You know, one of the reasons why he left Charleroi was the enticement of European football, the Europa League, where Spartak Moscow were in the latter stages of the competition. But of course, he didn't get to play because of what we know what happened. J. King says he needs to leave. Spin to music. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Yeah, guys, hit the like button and get 100 people in this. If we get 100 people in this live stream, I'll give an update on Paul Hall. Sounds good? Cool. He's not getting much time, so I'm thinking he's asking for a move. Boza? No, Boza is not going to the club tele saying that he wants to leave at this point in time. No. Balotelli says, bless up. Lloyd Stewart, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Jason Guna, Russian league is ranked higher. Not sure going to Gala is a better move for him. He should fight with Sobolev for his place and be successful there before a move. Yeah, it's an interesting one because Galatasaray are neither in European football as well at this point in time. Could that change next season? Yes, it could, which is a reason why he and his agent might lean towards staying another season in Russia before deciding the long-term future of things. Good morning, Miss Mayhew. JSTV says, good morning. Whose club wants to buy him? Galatasaray are interested in him, in Shamar Nicholson. Galatasaray are keen on him, but Spartak Moscow are not. They don't want to let him go, put it that way. They don't want to let him go. J. King says he should think about it. Shamar should think about. Yeah, I'm sure he is thinking about it. I'm sure it's not a blind decision that is being made. I'm confident that it will be something where it is thoughtfully processed, analyzed, and a scenario where Kevin Cohen will advise him what is necessary on his part to be able to make the progress that he needs in his career and attract more interest. Use this as a positive that there is interest and hopefully build his market value moving forward. This young man has come a far way. Remember, when he joined MK Domjale at 20, he was valued at 50,000 euros. 50,000 euros. And do you know what his value is right now? 7.5 million euros. In a space of 3 years, he's gone from being valued at 50,000 euros to being valued at 7.5 million euros. What an absolutely amazing feat, isn't it? Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Just process that. He has caused that. His hard work at Dumjali, at Charleroi, has made him where he is. Blake Hilton, good morning. How are you doing? Turkey is a step down from Russia, though. Maybe even Belgium. A step down in terms of the benefits. Yes, I would agree with that there, because there are less European places in Turkey than there is in Russia. In the past, of course, before the conflict going on. What I will say is this, though, that he's just getting his feet wet in Russia. And he just made a move last year. I don't think he's even got a chance to go and find out the nearest butcher shop or the nearest city center as yet, with everything that has happened. I don't think it's a bad idea for him to spend one more season in Russia, and then after that, after the Gold Cup, where he becomes the Golden Boot winner, makes that move to England. And speaking of England, as you will recall, there was a video a couple of months ago in relation to Newcastle United's interest within the player. That was prior to the ownership of the Saudi Arabian consortium. His name is no longer on that list. New owners, new ideas, new thoughts, new processes. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't interest in him from England. So you might ask, okay, Simon, where has there been at least general conversations or discussions on a piece of paper in relation to Shamar Nicholson? He might not be the top priority. However, Burnley Football Club are interested in Shamar Nicholson in the future. Of course, he carries that aerial presence at 6'4", and they believe that with his agility, strength, and power, that he would be an asset towards them. That doesn't mean that they're going to go after him right now. Maybe this summer, because Burnley has just suffered relegation, and they're going through a restructuring process and rebuilding. But Shamar Nicholson is an individual that they would love to have long term. They look at his age and say, okay, 25, all right. So we shall see. Is Deva Orgil still in Turkey? Yes, he's still in Turkey, but he's in the second tier of Turkish football. That's where he is right now, Deva Orgil. So he's in the second division of Turkish football. Right now, he's playing for a club called Manisa. Manisa is a club that he plays for. He wears the number 11 jersey. And basically that is where, things are. I would have to agree with you on this one, because he is doing a good job. Jay King says, amazing. Okay. Mitra says Lampard needs him. Everton wouldn't be a bad idea. And I'll tell you why, because Duncan Ferguson can help him with his headers, just like Duncan Ferguson helped Dominic Calvert-Lewin and made Dominic Calvert-Lewin look like the best header of a football in football, Although last season was quite underwhelming from a Calvert-Lewin's perspective, scoring 5 goals in 18 appearances. But the season before that, where leading into the Euros, he netted 16 goals in 33 appearances. Just let that sink in. 16 goals in 33 appearances. Wow. I broke Ajam Opama. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Vincent Alvarado says, what are your thoughts on Green and Bygrave going to Vietnam? I think these are good moves for these players. I think it's an opportunity for them to be exposed to a style of football that is more demanding. As Errol Stevens says, you cannot sleep on the Asian market. For them, when they pass the ball to you, they said it feels like a shot. It feels like taking a shot. The surface, the energy, it's going to take a lot to get accustomed to. But I'm confident that they'll be able to accustom to manage and, be able to turn around with things and improve. Jason Guna says Nicholson should be Bimardo. Giovanni da Silva says, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Mr. Palmer says, how does Ethan Pinnock keep a clean sheet against Manchester United when too soon? Mr. Palmer, this is Reggaeboyz Commentary, not Manchester United. Too soon, too soon. Oh, boy. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Solids, good morning. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well and that you are staying safe. Kirk YYZ says, big up Simon. How are you? You're right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Jakin. I really, really appreciate that. It's true. Duncan Ferguson did leave Everton, and he did say that he wants to pursue ambitions in relation to management. I think that's disappointing, though. Just imagine Shamar Nicholson in an Everton blue kit. Yeah, and kissing the badge and slapping the badge whenever he scores against Liverpool. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be. It would be, honestly. When you think about it, it would be a pleasant moment. At least, in my opinion, I think it would be, Honestly, I think it's something to look forward to. Yeah. Mr. Campbell, thank you very much for stopping by. Really, really appreciate it. And really, really appreciate your support. If Greenwood got off... Honestly, if Mason Greenwood found another club, whether it was Championship, League One, League Two, then I do think that it would be something that would be pursued. So that's how I feel about the Mason Greenwood situation. It's one in which, as it relates to, I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow morning. But if Mason finds a League One, League Two club, that will give him the opportunity, then that would be great. If no club in England gives him an opportunity and he comes to Harbourview, would that help? Simon, what's the truth on Paul Hall? 100 people in this live stream and 100 likes, and we'll bounce that. Utilize it, guys. Ishmael King says, morning, Simon. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. What do you mean don't do that? Don't do that to Liverpool. What do you mean don't do that to Liverpool? Is it official? Is he going to Galatasaray? No. Galatasaray want their man, but Spartak Moscow do not want to let him go. What are Copites, lad? What are Copites? Yeah. The People's Club, Everton. Everton gave you your football ground, Anfield. Simon, can you confirm if it's true that Paul Hall will not get the job? 100 people in this live stream and 100 likes, and you all will know. Has there been any movement on recruiting American-Canadian dual nationals, DeAndre Carr, for example? The truth is no, there has not been that movement at the senior level for men. On the women's side of things, yes, but not on the men's side. Jamie Ricketts says, morning, big boss. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well and that you are staying safe and you are having a pleasant day ahead. Hopefully you are being able to do that. Giovanni De Silva says, not saying Boza can't score against us, but couldn't you call any other club name? No. Why do you support Liverpool, though, Mr. De Silva? Why do you support Liverpool? Liverpool. Liverpool is the reason that English clubs couldn't compete in Europe in the late 80s, is the reason why Everton doesn't have 2 Champions League to their names, because they were the dominant force in the late 80s. Liverpool Football Club is the reason why... Let me not get into it. Okay, respect to Everton. Yeah, of course, respect to Everton. Dixie Dean, Everton produced... Everton produced the greatest goal scorer of all time. I didn't say the best football player of all time. I said the greatest goal scorer of all time. Not the greatest football player, the greatest goal scorer of all time. Everton produced him. And his name is Dixie Dean. Look him up. Dixie Dean. Dixie Dean. Guys, let's run up the likes so we can know if Jamaica will have a real coach before the end of the year. Run up the likes, guys. 100 likes and 100 people in the stream. And you all will know. Share up the live, lads. Sheldon Brooks says, good morning, Simon. Happy to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Is Jamaica going to play games in the September window, or are these are the August friendlies? These are the August friendlies. In terms of fixtures for September, right now nothing is on the table. Nicholas says, good morning, Simon. Not to go off topic, But what really is happening at your club, Manchester United? Problems. Serious problems. And you might say, why? Well, look at it this way. It is a situation and a scenario where poor decisions have been made upstairs. And people shouldn't say that the owners have invested in the club. The owners haven't put in a penny into the club. They've used the club's revenue from their commercial deals and from the successes that the team has had in the 90s and the 2000s. So Fergie proved that he was a genius to operate literally on a shoestring budget. Amzo says Everton equals produce players FC. Yeah. Jason Gona says poor going into World Cup that not one team wants to play us. Shows the state of our team currently that teams don't want to test themselves. The reality is that Jamaica is not an attractive opponent for teams. When a person thinks about Jamaica, they're thinking about Leon Bailey, perhaps. But let's take a short intermission break, and I'll be back with you guys, all right? Alrighty, so we're back. Okay, it says, should have listened to Jose a while back. He warned you. Yeah. Is Todd Cantwell eligible? You know what my question is? Why do people always question the light-skinned Jamaicans if they're really Jamaican? People are always questioning Emile Smith-Rowe or Toddy Cantwell. Why are we always questioning the light-skinned players? Have you not seen a non-black Jamaican player in your life? Have you not seen a non-black Jamaican in your life? Have you not seen non-black Jamaicans before? Jamaica is one of the most diverse countries in the entire world. So I don't know why people have this stigma or this thought process that, really? This can't be so. And people are just asking questions left, right, and center. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm half white, I'm half Indian, and I get the question all the times, are you Jamaican? Like Jamaica is just this country with Rastas and dark-skinned people. That's not Jamaica. That is not Jamaica. It's not. The moment I step my foot off this island, it's like I have to prove myself that I'm a Jamaican, prove myself that I am, simply just because of my complexion, my hair type, the way I talk. I don't appreciate it. I really don't. So neither should we question people like Toddy Cantwell, people like Emile Smith-Rowe, when we have done videos of them on this very channel. I don't appreciate it. I really don't. Good news for him, but he needs to play for Jamaica with more energy. Last game, he was just jogging on the pitch. Yeah. I just can't get a grip of what's went wrong. So the player's not even trying, so the owners just don't care. I'm being straightforward with you. I don't like it. Next, you guys are going to say, well, what about Cole Palmer? Does Cole Palmer really have Kittitian heritage? Yes, Cole Palmer have not Jamaican roots, but Cole Palmer has Caribbean roots. Cole Palmer is Kittitian, and Cole Palmer lighter in complexion than me, and he's Kittitian. I don't like it, honestly. We have questioned Joel Sr. in national colours. People have questioned Tyrone Marshall. People have questioned Craig Zadie if they're Jamaicans. Not anymore. Not anymore. Let's stop it. Honestly. It shouldn't be like that. Ronaldo has single-handedly destroyed Manchester United. His attitude is so bad. My thoughts on the matter is that if he would like to go, then let him go. That's how I feel. I'm not going to hang him on. Yeah, it's not just football. You have Brendan Nash, born to Jamaican dad. If you guys came to Hillel Academy, the amount you would have seen 90% of the school as non-black Jamaicans. Jamaican born and bred, born here. So go to Seaford Town now, Germantown, and you'll see perhaps a dozen or 24 blonde-haired Jamaicans born in this very, very island. Let's not question if somebody is a Jamaican, if they're not Jamaican, when they're either born on this island or have parents or grandparents or great-grandparents from this island. Let's not question them. Let's not question them at all. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. So Joel Sr., aka the Indian Rasta, not to be questioned. Craig Zadie, never to be questioned. Tyrone Marshall, never to be questioned. Young Chin from the under-20s, never to be questioned. Luca Levy, never to be questioned. Luca Levy and I went to the same school together. I was his captain in inter-house football when Luca Levy was a right back and I was a centre half. Luca Levy is a Jamaican. Max Pragnell is a Jamaican. Jonathan Azan is a Jamaican. Joshua Karam is a Jamaican. So let's not question these people. Let's not question them. Jamaica is diverse. Very diverse. Let's not forget that. And let me make that clear to Mr. Alvarado, who made the comment. This is not me in fuming or being angry at you. This is at individuals that don't believe that Jamaica is anything other than people that have this complexion. That is where that frustration stems from. So, yeah. Jessica Ennis, Jamaican parents. She wasn't born here, but yeah. But you get exactly the point that I'm going at. Let's not question it. Once it's facts, don't question it. Because Jamaica is incredibly diverse. Yep. Let's not forget that. Simply put, right there, out of many, one. So there you go. That should give you everything that you need to know. That should help. Dave R., good morning. How are you doing? I hope you are also doing quite well. I guess it looks like that Manchester United were going to withdraw their offer for Frankie de Jong. Great. What's the plan forward for Manchester United? Well, the plan moving forward for Manchester United is that they're going to win football matches starting next week against Liverpool. So, the latest Mr. Albert Robinson is quite simple, that Galatasaray are keen and interested in Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson. However, Spartak Moscow are not keen to let Shamar, Boza, and Nicholson go to Galatasaray at all. Frankie not in Manchester for medicals? Nope. Not at all. And Shamar, Boza, Nicholson is not in Turkey for medicals. He's not. Shamar is not in Turkey at this point in time. Could that change come September? Possibly. But, yeah. Right, so I'll share this experience with you guys as Miss Claudette Mayhew was making mention. I was at the World Championships in London a few years ago, and the Russian sprint hurdler, Sergei Shabenkov, noticed my shirt, and my shirt said Jamaica on it. So he said, "Are you really Jamaican?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "Why would you ask that?" And then he goes, "I don't know." You know what I mean? So I'm not insinuating anything with Sergei Shabenkov because he's quite an outspoken person. He just speaks anything that's on his mind. So is it my complexion that he saw? Is it my hair? I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Dave R says, "Doing well, Simon, just at the office in New York." Very nice. New York, New York. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. Yeah. And there's been some content that you guys can take a close look at in relation to. There's been some videos about, my apologies, Damari Gray, Junior Flemings, Daniel Gordon, the delegation for the Austria trip, how strong a Jamaican passport is, the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup draw, and of course, the top 10 Jamaican-born players who represented other countries. So I implore you to check out those videos as well and get some insight into those names. I hope you all are able to do that and grasp from it. Yeah. Yeah, that's important. And it's something that you guys can be able to reflect on, process, and talk about, and share as well with your friends, which I'm sure you will do. Yeah. It's been a morning. A lot of people being up early. So, yeah. I don't understand this comment, Albert. Yeah, Vincent Alvarado, if you're still in alive, this was not me barking at you. It was just barking at persons that think that Jamaica is not a diverse nation. The True Culture, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Delroy W. Brown says, "Big up yourself." Big up, Delroy. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Good. So, yeah. Spartak Moscow. His deal is until 2026. A lot of players have left the club, but you know, they march on. The True Culture says you're good. You're good? Okay, cool. Jason Guna, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So, Reggae Boyz fans, let me know your thoughts about Shamar, Boza, Nicholson. Stay in Russia or go to Turkey? Stay in Russia or go to Turkey? Which one should he take? What should he do? Let me know what you think. What should happen? Let me know. Echo Reeks. Hey, how you doing, boss? You know, guys, big up. Nitro says there was a concern raised regarding funding received by JFF for the Reggae Girls, but the program has not benefited. Can you touch on this? I plan to in other videos, but what I will say right now is that the Reggae Girls Foundation is working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that these situations are avoided long term. Dre Anyway the Sport says, checking in. What's going on, Mr. Dre? Hope you're doing good. All is well. What's going on? Albert Robin says, I think he should go. You think Shamar should go? All right. Interesting. Let's see if we can do a little vote. Let's see if we can set up a poll and then have you guys vote. All right, guys, I'm going to share it in the poll now. All right, guys, check the poll right now, and you all will be able to vote. And at the end, we will have a vote. So go to the poll, vote in the poll, your thoughts, and then we'll look at the results in the end. Vote in the poll. Echo Reeks says, stay in Russia. Herman Willis, good morning. How are you doing? Devin Smith says, good morning, sir. He should go to Turkey. Echo Reeks says, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Devin Smith says, Turkey League is better than league. Draino, the sort is Galatasaray and UEFA Champions League. No, they finished 13th. Mr. Maxwell says, better move for Shamar plus more money. Brando says, doesn't think so. Devon Smith, is that your opinion? The league rankings say otherwise. Russia 7 Turkey, 12. Yep, Galatasaray finished 13th last season. What's the Burnley situation before I vote? Burnley are not keen on Boza right now. They need to get the funding, but they don't have the funding right now for that project. True Culture says, I think he should be somewhere that he's going to get game time. If he's not getting that at the club, he's not move on. Okay. Young Critic says, good morning. So let's see what you guys are saying in the votes right now. And then we'll end the votes after. Come on, guys. Go ahead and vote, and I'll tell you what the poll has said. There's 57 of you in the stream. Go ahead and vote in the poll, and then we'll break down what you guys have done. Let's get to 100 likes, 100 people in the chat, and then we'll talk about Paul Hall a bit. How does that sound? Devar says, stay in Russia for now. Orkun says, we are the best Galatasaray. Orkun, what I'm curious about is that the situation in Turkey, you have to win the league in order to go to the Champions League, and if you finish second or third, then you go to the Europa Conference League. But there's no places for the Europa League for Turkish clubs. What other Premier League teams were interested in before the Spartak Moscow move? Newcastle. Being in Russia in the current situation is not good, says the leader. Is this Burnley from EPL? Yes. Thought he was settling in Russia and scoring the goals. What happened so quickly to change that this season? Dre, Spartak Moscow doesn't want Shamar Nicholson to go. So they're reluctant to let him go. So I doubt it will be a situation. I doubt he will leave. That's my opinion. Of course, money talks. But I personally think he's going to spend another season in Russia. That's my thoughts. I don't think he's going to go to Galatasaray. But based on my understanding, Shamar has not lacked discipline in training or anything of that nature. Zaba HD says, Russian club is going to run out of money and they're not going to play in Europe again. They have money, don't worry. They have money. They'll be okay. Yep, he's not getting game time, but it's not down to his lack of ability or training or discipline. It's not those concerns, matters. It's not a result of that. Only 23 of you guys have voted. Come on, guys. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see what you guys are saying in the poll. Need some more of you guys to go and vote in the poll. For now. Yeah. All right. So, wow, if you look at the poll right now, you guys, it's a three-way tie. 33% stay in Russia, 33% leave to Turkey, and 33% wait on Burnley. 24 votes. Bang tie. So it's really, really a mixed view from you all right now as it relates to the poll. Okay, right now, wait on Burnley is 37%. Stay in Russia is 30%. You guys really want him to leave Russia? Wow. I don't want him to leave. I want him to stay one more season in Russia. I don't want him to leave. Oh my. Wait on Burnley has gone up. Huh. Well, would you look at that? That's rather interesting. New coach prefers Sobolov. That is true. Dexter's Lab. What a go on? Yo, Dex, what's going on, my brother? You good? You all right? We could about hit up this Wendy's and get that 4 for 4 deal, because you know we're living good in this neighborhood. Brother, you know I'm Wendy's 2 times for the week, brother. You funny guy, man. I just got these AirPods. Well, hear from Reggae Coach. Tupper out. That's what he must say. Ah, boy, me I tell you. Yeah, man, I said all of them, man. I said all of them. And I say, 2026 lucky. Dexter's Lab. Whoa. I'm going to give my opinion quite shortly. I felt so too, but when an opportunity comes knocking, you take it. When will Raheem Paris move to a better league? Eventually. So, the poll is now complete. Wait on Burnley, 42%. 41%. Stay in Russia, 29%. Leave to Turkey, 29%. So you guys think you should wait on Burnley? Okay. Big up Dexter's Love, man. Big up. His price is too high for a championship club, and because of his situation with caps, he won't be moving to EPL. Let's be honest, he's no chippy. Dre's hit the nail on the head. The only way that it would change is if between now and the Gold Cup he plays majority of the games for Jamaica. And, of course, Burnley come with the money. Because Burnley's going to get some money next year as well. As installment payments and so on. Big up. Yep. So yeah. Alrighty. A question, do you think Boza could play in a number 9 position in a team in England and give a great performance? Right now, it would be difficult for him to do so. I think if you give him a couple more years, by the time he's 27, 28, I think he'll be ready for that rigor. But right now, I think it would be challenging to hold his own as at number 9. He might get a few sparks and a few minutes, but week after week, I still think it's going to take a bit of time. So we're going to have to rely on a bit of patience where this is concerned. So, yeah. Interested. I still think Germany is the best option, or back to Belgium. I don't want him to go back to Belgium, but Germany is certainly something. Okay, but can I deal with Rangers? Team up with Roof. Interesting. Rangers. Think Kim can chill at Russia for another season for real. I think he can only get better and his stocks will go up. Just one more season in Russia. 10 more months. And then take it from there. Yep. Jason says he does not have the consistency for that level. Hopefully that is a thing yet. Hopefully he gets that soon. Reggae Boyz fans, thank you very much for tuning into the live. Really appreciate it. We'll be back quite soon with more content coming your way. Don't worry, quite a bit to process, to get through. And we will be looking at things from another angle quite shortly. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Reggaeboyz Commentary for more content. Trent Boring, I'm going to take your question as the last one. The odds are 20%.